guys, and welcome to today's episode of Dermatologist Talks, Science of Beauty. Today's episode is brought to you by Cosmeceuticals, the brand behind everyone's favorite vitamin C serum, CE Ferulic. We're going to start with why vitamin C serums are so critical in everyone's skincare routine. We've all heard about photoaging, which is the development of the signs of wrinkles, loss of skin elasticity, irregular skin texture, hyperpigmentation, enlarged pores as one grows older. But have you ever wondered what actually goes on in your skin that leads to the development of these signs? First of all, photoaging, as its name suggests, is directly a result of sun exposure. What exactly causes an individual above the age of 25 to develop these signs when a younger person actually doesn't, despite being exposed to the same amount of sun? Well, the answer to this question is actually in two very important areas. Firstly, the concept of cumulative sun exposure, which essentially is the accumulation of sun-induced damage in your skin, which tends to show up only after the age of 25. The second very important reason is key to our discussion today is actually the concept of free radical generation that leads to oxidative stress. Imagine this. Your skin is exposed to harmful ultraviolet rays which are present in sunlight, as well as daily exposures to environmental pollution, particulate matter, and of course, the effects of chronological aging, a result of our biological clock. Your cells are subjected to an attack which results in DNA damage. Essentially, this means that free radicals, which are harmful, are generated near the surface of the skin, and all of that presents as stress to the individual skin cells. This encourages a process known as cellular senescence, which is at the heart of cell aging. The understanding of skin aging is now very much centered around a concept known as the skin exposome. This concept essentially states that it is the accumulated effects of inflammation that occurs in your skin cells and also with other cells in your entire body organ systems that eventually results in cell damage. What part of the cell is damaged? Essentially, it is the DNA of cells that's responsible for making sure all your cells function optimally. That becomes inefficient and also results in a decrease in its ability to repair DNA damage. This is worrying not just because of the role it plays in photoaging, but also because this means that your skin is more likely to develop early signs of skin cancer. It is hence equally important that when we are talking about sun protection, that we also incorporate antioxidant skincare. We've spoken about sunscreens in a previous episode and how the gold standard sunscreen is essentially one which is not just broad spectrum, but labeled as SPF 30 to 50 and reapplied correctly, which essentially is every 2 to 3 hours in an outdoor setting. However, the emphasis today is also on the use of antioxidant serums, which clearly have a photoprotective effect as well. Vitamin C is very well known for its ability to fight oxidative stress, hence it's generally regarded as an antioxidant of choice. Antioxidants can also be derived from botanicals, but vitamin C is considered one of the more potent forms available in skincare serums. There are many different types of vitamin C serums in the market, but not all of them are created equal. At this point, I want to share a little bit about the background of Cosmeceuticals in this part of our episode today. Cosmeceuticals is actually grounded in the US physician skincare prescription market and targets optimal skin health by preventing future signs of skin aging with state-of-the-art antioxidants, important components of a skincare regimen such as sunscreens, as well as targeted corrective products, including retinol. The core regimen can be customized and tailored for every skin's unique needs. I have included the details of the Cosmeceuticals skincare regimen in a link in our podcast transcript, so remember to check it out. Essentially, Cosmeceuticals is dedicated to the mission of improving skin health with a simple promise, providing advanced skincare backed by science. Active ingredients are used to enhance penetration of skincare efficacy. Formulations are subjected to rigorous clinical studies to validate scientific claims. A little bit about our star product discussion today. In 1994, Dr. Pinnell led the breakthrough discovery which demonstrated the availability of L-ascorbic acid, an active form of vitamin C, to neutralize free radicals, which is what we had touched on earlier. 3 years later, Serum 10 was launched in 1997, formulated according to the Duke antioxidant patent. In 2005, CE Ferulic was launched. The superiority of Cosmeceuticals vitamin C serums is in the following key points. Firstly, Dr. Pinnell's research actually highlighted the key benefits of vitamin C that can be effectively delivered to the skin, provided it meets 3 important parameters, which was subsequently known as the Duke antioxidant patent. Firstly, it has to be formulated with pure vitamin C. Cosmeceuticals uses L-ascorbic acid, which is considered to be the purest form of vitamin C. It has an acidic pH range between 2 to 3.5 and also a high concentration between 10 to 20%. Cosmeceuticals is currently the only brand to formulate antioxidants according to these patented parameters. CE Ferulic is a brilliant antioxidant serum with additional ferulic acid and vitamin E. This is critical because it provides an additional layer of environmental protection against these daily assaults that your skin is subject to, which ultimately results in free radical damage that leads to oxidative stress and directly causes the signs of photoaging. The key features of how these 3 ingredients work in this superstar serum is as follows. 15% L-ascorbic acid is a pure, potent formula that helps to neutralize free radicals, and this helps to protect against oxidative stress. It contains 1% alpha tocopherol, which neutralizes free radicals and also replenishes the skin lipids. This is a form of vitamin E, and it's very important because it helps to maintain a healthy skin barrier and barrier function as well. Finally, 0.5% ferulic acid is a novel addition to this high-potency triple antioxidant serum treatment. It neutralizes free radicals and enhances all the antioxidant benefits which we had mentioned earlier. In the next part of today's podcast, we're going in depth into our discussion on the emerging skin aging exposome concept, which is the key to understanding how anti-aging cosmeceutical interventions like the CE Ferulic serum by Cosmeceuticals exert a potent effect on aging skin. The term exposome is actually referring to the totality of exposures to which an individual is subjected to from the time they are born right up until death. So this is a unique combination of internal biological process-related factors as well as external environmental factors. What is also interesting is there is the human body's unique response to each of these factors, which is believed to be genetically determined. The current research on the exposome actually aims to understand the effects of all these factors on specific organs. This has resulted in a huge body of research with regards to the topic of inflammation and how it leads to cellular senescence, which is ultimately responsible for the deterioration of the human body's organ functions. There was a systematic review published in the Journal of Dermatological Science in 2016 with a comprehensive review of the impact of the exposome on skin biology in particular. It helps to understand that the skin aging exposome is a fairly recent definition, but the authors in this paper have summarized it as such. It consists of external and internal factors, as well as their interactions, which affect an individual from the time of conception till death, as well as the response of the human body to these factors that ultimately result in biological and clinical signs of skin aging. So, there were specific environmental factors reviewed by this group of scientists, which are very relevant to skin aging and skin biology. It refers to the following: sun-related ultraviolet rays, visible light, infrared radiation, air pollution, tobacco smoke, nutrition, miscellaneous factors, and also cosmetic products as well. In terms of UV radiation, we understand that predominantly UVA and UVB are considered harmful to the skin cells because of the changes that occur in the epidermis and the dermis, which subsequently results in reduction of skin elasticity as well as surface changes such as hyperpigmentation, increased fine lines, and wrinkles. Furthermore, also in terms of how it affects the way the second layer of the skin, the dermis, responds to these acute stresses. Our skin is usually able to respond to external environmental assaults by repairing the damage that occurs. But when you are subjected to accumulated ultraviolet exposure, it can reduce your skin's ability to repair and restore damaged cells. It is key for us to zoom in on the role of air pollution as well as tobacco smoke. What we know clearly is that cigarette smoke can directly alter biological processes in your skin to promote skin aging. On top of that, air pollutants in particular were directly related with pigment spot formation in women over the age of 50, with further data supported in studies in a German as well as a Han Chinese population. The regular contact with ozone, another environmental pollutant, is also known to deplete the body's natural reserve of antioxidants from the stratum corneum. In mice studies, this also increases protein oxidation. The nutritional aspects of the aging exposome concept are also noteworthy. It is well known that oral intake of antioxidants can actually help to retard the inflammation process. As opposed to antioxidant supplements, the best strategy is actually to achieve a proper antioxidant balanced diet by consumption of many fruits and vegetables, and supplementation only if there is an active deficiency. This is known by researchers as a balance between ROS, which stands for reactive oxygen species, and antioxidants. When there is an imbalance, that's when the skin cells will undergo degeneration, a process known as cellular senescence, defined by the skin exposome concept. Sleep deprivation doesn't just lead to psychological effects, but it is also well established to affect barrier function of the skin. Finally, we want to emphasize the importance of using cosmeceutical skincare, which directly neutralizes free radicals caused by environmental damage. Cosmeceutical skincare has an excellent effect in terms of supplementing the skin's natural antioxidant reserve. The good news is that it can now be readily incorporated into your skincare regimen using the CE Ferulic Serum by Cosmeceuticals as a single antioxidant serum that can target multiple pathways involved in the skin exposome concept of cellular aging. Well, that's it for today's episode of Dermatologist Talks, Science of Beauty. This episode is brought to you by Cosmeceuticals, a world-renowned cosmeceutical skincare brand that owns the patent to the CE Ferulic Serum, one of the best formulated gold standard antioxidant serums available in the cosmeceutical skincare industry. For more on where to purchase Cosmeceuticals CE Ferulic, as well as for the podcast transcript, refer to the podcast website at www.scienceofbeauty.net. Finally, don't forget to follow me on Instagram at Dr. Teo Wan Lin and Cosmeceuticals at Cosmeceuticals for the latest on cosmeceutical research and development.